we got our differential out. Compare and contrast. There you go. No,
we're probably causing irreparable damage, to be honest.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Make or Break. On the last episode, we got our differential out. And yeah, blows my mind, we got it out. And look how beautiful. If you move your beautiful head back a second, just watch. This is the input shaft, so as the engine turns, it does that, right? And at the moment, I think we might be in gear. No, we're not in gear. See,
we're in neutral. You see how this this synchro is all three.
And then basically, when that moves one way or the other,
on its dog gear,
it will slide, and then that will actually engage the gear, you see? Then go the other way,
As you can see, all of these gears are all different sizes, so different gear ratios, be it first, second, third, fourth, fifth,
and
so on and so forth.
I
love how lovely and gentle and careful you're being with that.
I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm stuck in gear, I'm on thread. There you go, so you pull in, there you go. No,
we're probably causing irreparable damage, to be honest.
We're stuck in all of the gears now.
Now what you've done is locked it.
Right, so hang on.
Oh,
This is why you need to call the experts in. Right, yeah, let's speak. There we go. Now,
hang on, there you go. There you go. Right, leave it there.
No, we're still in gear.
Yeah.
So he needs to go back, and then he needs to go that way. Hang on, so right, I'm just trying to work out where neutral is. So he's still engaged, see?
You need to be back with him. It should.
You won't get it because the others are in place. This is amateur hour. He needs to go across, there you go. And that is where they all need to be. There you go, look. There you go, hang on. He's in neutral.
That's neutral.
And now this one here is our last one, which I've already pulled across. There you go.
Right, there you
We're
go.
back in neutral, so sorry about messing that up, guys. Right, now, so I don't understand, and please someone at home tell me, I got told this is a two-part transmission, yeah? And you can pay extra to make it a three-part, so it's a split one. This input shaft, in my opinion, I think is separate. So if I'm just going to grab this part here,
I don't know whether you'll get that off because it's meshed in, or I might have to slacken taking this bolt out.
undo that front bolt, which is the one we left in because we didn't want it to all fall apart. Are you thinking that one's going to come out first? I think you might be right.
Well, I think they're probably going to have to come out together.
Okay.
If they're going to come out that easily at all. Because obviously
We don't know what
they're all going to be forked into the selectors. So it's going to be a case of...
Yeah, you are right. Ready? Oh, hang on, no, this one's out.
Yeah. Try and you probably have to turn it as it comes out.
It's going to remove this end shaft.
If it doesn't remove it. I don't know whether it's the shaft that comes off or just the sleeve.
Let's just remove that sleeve off the end. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go, dowel pin in there. Right, so this one's loosey-goosey. Do you want to try and lift yours? I'm stuck with this selector here.
Yeah. That's where we're going to get flummoxed, I think. I don't think I'm going to get mine back out without...
We might have to remove this selector even to one side so that it comes here.
Possibly. Where is it? Pivoted and hinged. Because that's what runs off the...
This one's nice and loose, look, but I can't get by this. If I move him
to be
over,
fair, do we need to take it out?
yeah, because I want to sand this for powder coating. We can't send it with the gears in.
No, I suppose.
I think
If you go powder coat it, we're not just going to paint it in-house.
No, I think a powder coating will be a nicer finish.
Okie dokie, let's try.
Love spending money.
Love spending money.
I'm sure there's someone out there that's going to powder coat it for me for free. Hey, that's loose. Do you want to hold that? Like that. I think we might have to even... Is that loosened you up a little? No. I think we're gonna
We're stuck in somewhere. I just don't know
selector. I think if we remove this dowel pin.
where. Oh, I know exactly where.
Where?
This plate.
Yeah.
This selector pin runs straight through that plate.
Okay.
So wherever that's. Yeah. Right. So to take it apart, we're gonna have to take all this off.
Oh.
We'll undo that nut. Slide that fork off, so that we can get this plate off. And then we can lift this shaft out and then the input shaft.
So this is where it's going to start getting
this
scary.
is where it's going to start getting scary. I'm not sure whether we should obtain that because we're never going to get all back together.
Should we just sand it and hand paint it?
I'm thinking
While we're on a little drill clean up.
if we can get it bolted back, get the diff and get it bolted back together, then I can just blast it, wire wheel it, whatever, and I'll just gun it.
Okay, because we can blast it when it's back together, can't we?
Yeah,
because it's a sealed box.
Be careful and not blasting the depth out of the output seals and things like that.
Look at that.
We're going to get ourselves into a world of trouble.
Okay.
At the moment, we haven't. All we've done is give it a wiggle. It's all reseated.
Still moving, isn't it?
I'm not.
So
all we got to do is just lift it to put our input shaft.
Where's
sleeve on?
Let's do that then.
Is
I'll lift that up if you don't mind putting them on.
quite happy to slow down. Just watch that seal. Careful does it. Yeah.
So he's caught up there, mate. So we need to have a little.
Gently does it. Twist it around.
Caught up there. See?
Just don't want to bust it.
Like that, really.
Right, I've got a little pick that I can run in there just to pull the.
So basically, what you got in here, guys, is a little spring, and that goes around this rubber seal here, and basically that will actually allow the rubber to be compressed onto the shaft. So I'm going to push it on here. It's very wet already, so normally you'd spray it up, but it is very wet. You get the base of the spring on, and just if I work it round.
You alright? You good?
We're good. We've got this on. And lift the shaft slightly out, and then it's going to slide in and go in our groove. There you go. That keeps the oil in. Right, perfect. So now let's have a look at our diff, shall we? Shall we get our diff up on the table?
Yeah.
And have a look. Let's leave that. I don't really want to move it off the table, to be honest.
No, I don't. I don't want to move it any more than I have to until I've got that casing back on.
So I think we're going to go use some new bearings, okay? Because these bearings here are worn. Bring that over here. You've got a very light mark on the inside. Sorry. You've got a very light mark on the inside of these bearings here, and it is very worn. So I think for the sake of probably 100 quid,
Using that.
we'll buy some more. Our crown wheel we're going to remove, and that's really easy to do. But I don't think we'll be able to do that until we remove our bearings, because I think our bearings overlap.
Yeah.
You've got a rubber seal here, on here, on the end of the drive. Do you want to find our other diff, our new diff? And let's compare and contrast.
Wipe my hands because I gave up the gloves.
I am so impressed we've got this far.
Yeah.
Ain't back together yet, Sam.
No, exactly.
Right.
I'm still apprehensive that we're gonna. I'm not apprehensive. I'm confident. But
We are gonna, yeah.
It's just one of those jobs that you just worry all the time.
When you're not sure about what you're doing. There's a couple of things I am going to have to look up online. Is this gear here, this part here that's all cogged, that reminds me of where a hall sensor would go to pick up the speed, if that makes sense. Speed sensor, we don't have that on here. Let's lay it next to each other. So you like that, so we're going to have all this bolted on there, which is fine. If you can see that, that's not a problem. Our rubber seal will also go on there, because I'm pretty sure it'll go up here. Like that. Alright, then I'm looking at this side, and this here, our pickup ring, will go on here, you see?
Yeah. That
will slide on there, and our bearing will press on here. So I think at this stage here, we can't get these off, can we? I think we might have to, some of them are just, they're not.
There'll be a case of getting two wedges in there and knocking it off.
Yeah, some of them are like a slide on, like some wheel bearings they slide on, but that is definitely
that'll be pressed on
interference. And there's a bearing number on there, so I'll be able to take a photo of that. It says 30209-C.
Is it a Tolkien bearing?
France SNR. It says.
Okay.
So I'm going to order some of these bearings. Do you have a press here?
Yeah.
You do, cool. So it'll be a matter of removing them. What we might even be able to do is...
Are you impressed by that?
For what?
Me having a press.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. Yeah, what a piece of absolute beauty.
Yeah, they're a very, very clever little piece of engineering, a differential, really. I quite like them.
The problem now, so now we've hit a wall, Mr. Wiggly.
We have hit a bit
Because
of a
we
wall.
can't undo these bolts without removing our bearing.
And I don't want to take that diff apart until we know that we can get those bearings. I mean,
100%.
well, no,
We're gonna
until
need-
we've got some. Until we've physically got some here, I don't want to take
Because-
that crown wheel off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be readily available.
But
Guys,
not at 11:15 at night.
not a 11:15 at night. I'm going to take some photos because photos say a million words, and I'm going to see what I can find because we're going to have to transfer a lot of this over to there in the next episode, including the bearings, the crown wheel, this pickup shaft here, which is probably the speed, hall sensor. Hall sensor is basically, as it goes past the sensor, it picks up, oh, there's something there, nothing, something there, nothing. And then basically how fast these go past that sensor will basically send it back to the speedo and tell you how fast it's going. I'm impressed. I am blown away so far. I think if we get a wire wheel out, we should be able to clean all these bolts up. I'm going to invest in some new washers.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I can take a couple of these nuts and bolts away, we might even be able to replace all the bolts and all the nuts with brand new ones.
Yeah, perhaps get some stainless.
Yep. And you know, we'll get a sandblaster. Maybe we can get an ice blaster down there, an ice blaster casing, and then just hit it with some paint. I think that'd be absolutely beautiful, like, to really see that in a nice coat of paint. But we have really enjoyed this. This has been probably one of the most intense part of the build so far. When we start getting onto the engine soon, it's really going to open our eyes, I think. But
I'm slightly more comfortable with engines.
yeah, this is scary. But guys, on the next episode, we're going to be pulling our bearings off, removing our shaft, and swapping all this stuff from our non-limited slip differential to our limited slip differential. But I've enjoyed it. You enjoyed it? Someone's got to enjoy it.
It's like, you keep writing the brains underneath my name.
And now we
do. I'm about to really prove my worth.
now. But what we're going to do is I'm going to, on the next episode, also get a camera and a light, and we're going to go over all these gears to make sure there's no chips in any of the teeth. Why it's apart now is really, really important that we double and triple check everything, because now is a really easy time to start replacing bits and pieces, because if we pull this apart, this could be a pain in the bottom. I'm going to order some brake cleaner. Well, that's called brake cleaner. It's very good at removing oil, dust and mildew. Why would there be mildew in gearbox?
Hopefully there won't be.
Cool. Thanks again, guys, for watching another episode. I've loved doing this. Thank you for being there on our journey. See you on the next one. Bye for now.
See you guys. Genuinely thought.
Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and then the bell button, so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.